This is part 2 of the video on zone trading. Now in our previous discussion we talked about using an 1100 tick bar for this particular day, and our intent is to set up either a profit target or to exit the trade based on the stochastic and the upper or lower zones. Now let's just take a real quick look at what might have been accomplished with this. You had a potential 4-point move on the first trade, a couple of failures on the second, another 4-point move, roughly speaking, on the second successful trade, another 3 to 4-point move up if you had elected to do so. Trading around here probably didn't succeed until we finally got to the top, but here once again we're in at around 92.5, roughly speaking, down to the zone here, 89. All right, so about a 3-point move there. Okay, choose how many times you want to trade, choose what zone you want to use, and then simply stick to it. Don't get greedy. Once you've accomplished your objective, stop. Okay, I want to trade 3 or 4 times with whatever zone I'm choosing to use. Here's the plan I'm going to use. It's either going to work or it's not. Some of your trades are going to work. Now, again, it doesn't matter what zone you use or what your profit target is. You can judge that based upon the zone itself. Now, how do you set this up in the strategy? Now, many of you may not have seen our new strategy yet, and this may be your first introduction, so get excited. We've got a lot going on here. All right, so let's just talk about the things that really matter here. All right, now the first thing you're going to do is to set up the group reversal arrangement. Now you can do this in a couple of very simple ways. You can either use group 1 and just wait for the zone to be reached, or the stochastic, or you could get it a little bit more fancy and you could use zones 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, you could do it that way as well. Generally, you don't need to use both of these, but either approach would be fine. Now, of course, you want to determine what direction you want to trade at the time you take your initial trade. So that will, of course, depend upon the circumstances, how many contracts you want to use. So if you're using the group reversal system, there's your group reversal system. All right, next thing you're going to do, choose the zone. All right, I'm going to use the zone, and maybe in this case I'm going to use an 1100 tick bar for my zone. So I'm going to scroll down here to ESDPO string 1 and 2, since we use both of them, and in this case we're going to use an 1100 for both strings. Whoops, pardon me, I put that in string 3. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, only string 1 and 2 will be used. Now, so far I've got group reversals, I've identified my zone. Now if I choose to use a stochastic, I can do that. I can go over here, use the stochastic. I can, if I wish, also use a stochastic zone. That's up to you. And then down here, we identify what the string is. So if I'm using an 1100 tick bar, I set it up right there, and I'm just using one chart at a time, and now I'm done. That sets it up. Okay? Now let's take a real quick peek at the first entry based upon the group reversal system. Now we're going to have an entry somewhere between 835 and 840. So now here's the primary trading screen. Let's just bring that down just a bit. Okay. And here we have 835 to 840, and you can see some real simple group reversals. Nothing here. Very plain, direct group reversal right here. On this chart, it's a little bit later. On this chart, it's right on the money. Okay, right there. See the group reversal. You don't get anything here. This is also a little bit late. But as it is with this chart here, you can see a very distinct group reversal right there at the low. So perfect entry. Couldn't get any better than that. Now, you're looking for an exit somewhere between 844 all the way up to 855. Again, let's look at the reversal system. Okay, so here we have the group reversal chart. Once again, somewhere in between 844 to 855. We don't have any reversals on this chart, or this chart, or this chart. We do here, it's a little hard to see, but you can obviously see them here and here as well as here. So there would have been plenty of opportunities to get a signal and exit the trade based upon the group reversals that are happening at the top of these moves. All right. Now, just a couple of things to keep in mind, just as a note. Keep this in mind. Look at the color of the bars here. Now, we're going up. This is very negative, as you can see. We're going up. We momentarily go from green to dark magenta. It pulls back and then starts racing up again. So ask yourself, if this color did not create a sustained drop in the market, we're probably going to need to get more negative for that to occur. All right? We momentarily went positive here, then we went negative. Market came back down, rallied back up to the same price and exceeded it, all right? And then became negative again at the top here. It dropped again, rallied back up, and now look what happened here. All right. At the top of this move here, it was all negative. At the top of this move, it was also all negative. So getting in here, obviously, in retrospect, you can see this, but you had the same color here, is I guess what I was trying to say. Over here, it was dark magenta, green, dark magenta, came back. Same thing here. We've got to get more negative if this is going to have a sustained drop. You do finally have it over here. But in either case, you're into the zone. Stochastic is dropping, so you have your exit there. Now let's quickly look at this low right in here at around 909 to 910. You're getting close to the zone. You got a reversal in here, a late reversal here, nothing here. Boom, right there, right on the money. There it is. Time to go long. Boom. You got it. So short at around 90, long at around 86, another 4-point move. How many of these can you do during the day? So in quick review, number one, choose a zone to work with. Look at the overnight market, choose a zone. Put it into the strategy, use perhaps a stochastic with your group reversal system, and wait for things to happen. When they do, take the trade. You're going to make money. So this is the conclusion of our second video on the zones. Look for part 3.